Everyone, my name is Diamond Ochoa, and today I will be describing the general functions of the main classes of organic molecules in cells. All organic organisms need four types of organic molecules to properly function. If any of these molecules are missing, life cannot exist. These necessary molecules are listed here and consist of carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. I will now be describing the main function of each organic molecule, beginning with carbohydrates. Carbohydrates provide much of the energy that cells require to function. They even supply materials to build certain cell structures, and they are usually stored as reserve energy supplies. The carbohydrates you eat provide energy to your muscles, brain, and nervous system, facilitate the metabolism of fat, and ensure that the protein in your muscles is not broken down to supply energy. Good carbohydrates to eat consist of grains, beans, vegetables, and fruits. Carbohydrates are classified by size. Simple carbohydrates, or sugars, include the monosaccharides, which are single sugars, and disaccharides, which are double sugars. Complex carbohydrates are called polysaccharides, and they are built of simple carbohydrates linked to form larger molecules of different sizes. Next, I'll be describing the function of lipids. Lipids include several compounds such as fats, phospholipids, and steroids that have vital functions in cells and are important constituents of cell membranes. Triglycerides, which are fats, are the most abundant lipids and are primarily used to supply energy for cellular activities. The triglycerides can provide more energy gram for gram than carbohydrate molecules. A triglyceride is composed of one glycerol molecule and three fatty acids. This picture here will show you what the triglyceride is composed of. Next, speaking of phospholipids, they are a major component of cell membranes, consist of one glycerol, two fatty acids, and one phosphate. Phospholipids also have hydrophilic and hydrophobic ends. Now, for steroids, which is also a lipid, they consist of four connected rings of carbon, are widely distributed in the body, and have various functions. Also, a component of cell membranes, steroids are used to synthesize adrenal and sex hormones. Cholesterol is the main steroid within the body. Now on to proteins. Proteins have a great variety of functions, and the human body contains more than 200,000 types of proteins. Some are structural materials, energy sources, and chemical messengers, which are hormones. Other proteins combine with carbohydrates and function as receptors on cell surfaces, allowing cells to respond to specific types of molecules that bind to them. Antibody proteins recognize and destroy substances foreign to the body, such as certain molecules on the surfaces of infected bacteria. Proteins such as hemoglobin and myoglobin carry oxygen in the blood and muscles, respectively, and actin and myosin are contractile proteins that provide muscle action. Many proteins play vital roles in metabolism as enzymes, which are catalysts in living systems. That is, they speed specific chemical reactions without being consumed. Now, lastly, but certainly not least, are nucleic acids. The very large and complex nucleic acids include atoms of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, and phosphorus, which form building blocks called nucleotides. Each nucleotide consists of a 5-carbon sugar, ribose or deoxyribose, a phosphate group, and one of several nitrogen-containing organic bases, called nitrogenous bases. Such nucleotides in a chain form a polynucleotide. There are two major types of nucleic acids. RNA, ribonucleic acid, is composed of nucleotides that have ribose sugar. Most RNA molecules are single-stranded polynucleotide chains, but they can fold into shapes that enable them to interact with DNA. The second type of nucleic acid, DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, has deoxyribose sugar. DNA is a double polynucleotide chain wound into a double helix. Hydrogen bonds hold the two chains together. Compares the structures of ribose and deoxyribose, which differ by one oxygen atom. DNA and RNA also differ in that DNA molecules store the information for protein synthesis, and RNA molecules use this information to construct specific protein molecules. In my resource, I basically got everything from the textbook.